I hope everyone took time to register for offerings to the Parashakti. Let's now enter into the next session, which is the glimpses of the glories of the past on 23rd March. On 23rd March 2005, the Supreme Council of Hinduism delivered a discourse titled Einstein to Upanishad in the Art Center of Palo Alto, San Jose. Later on this day, the grandest happening on planet Earth, Paramavata, the ultimate incarnation of Paramashivoham, the Supreme Council of Hinduism gives our darshan healing to all who came to surrender at his feet. And in darshan, he personally healed and blessed each and everyone, imparting in them the biggest gift a disciple can have, the Guru Bhakti. And below are some pictures taken during the event. Running parallel on that day and under the directions of Supreme Council of Hinduism, the first Pradosham celebrations were offered under the pine tree at Bengaluru Avinam Bidadi. On 23rd March 2006, the Supreme Council of Hinduism visited the Meenakshi Temple in Houston, USA. There he was received by the temple priest with all the traditional honors, especially the Purna Kumbha, the highest royal honorary offering given to guests in the Hindu tradition. Later, Swami visited the center of NASA Johnson Space Center in Houston. After this visit, Swami delivered the Sri Sutras in discourse titled Actualize Your Potential in Houston. So on 23rd March 2007, the Supreme Council of Hinduism elaborates on the Shiva Sutras and he elaborates on the topic especially about how to capitalize your energy from the Shiva Sutras. So let's now watch a few minute video clip of that.
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. Let's enter into today's subject. Capitalize on your energy. Today's subject. And today, Shiva is giving us beautiful sutra. Very beautiful technique. Before entering into this technique, just I wanted to say a few words. There are different levels of human beings. Understand, just because you are in a human body, we can't say all human beings are equal. No. Human beings are unique. We can't use the word equal. Equal is not the right word. You are unique. How can you be equal? You can't be equal. Different levels, different beings, different techniques. This technique, it's a very simple technique, just one line. Let me read the translation. Just as you have the impulse to do something, stop and become enlightened. Just like you laugh, I think Devi also would have laughed. I don't know whether Devi laughed or the rishis laughed. Anyhow, looks very funny. It's like a very simple thing. The further, there are some techniques. You will be surprised. He says, feel one with universe and become enlightened. You may think, what is he talking? Actually, the other day, I was talking on an Upanishad. The Upanishad, there is a beautiful Mahavagya. Mahavagya means the ultimate word, which gives you enlightenment. There is a Mahavagya, the Svetasvara Upanishad. There is a Mahavagya, Tattvamasi. The master says, Tattvamasi Svedagedo, Tattvamasi. Tattvamasi Svedagedo, Tattvamasi. You are that. Svedagedo is the disciple's name. You are that. And the story says the disciple became enlightened. It's going on. When I was speaking on this, one devotee asked me, Swamiji, maybe these techniques are for highly evolved souls. These techniques are for the people who are highly evolved in the spirituality. I told them, no, it is for innocent people. Understand, it's not for the highly evolved people. Highly evolved people doesn't need technique. They don't need technique. Just like the other day I was telling, if you achieve yama and niyama, then why do you need meditation? Why do you need yoga? You don't need asana. You don't need pranayama. No. I always tell people, Ashtanga yoga means not 8 steps, no, 8 parts. All 8 parts should be practiced at a time. It's not like a step by step, you will do one and next and third and no. These techniques are given for innocent people who are tired of being cunning. Understand this one more word. Tired of being cunning. Unless you are tired of being cunning, you will not be able to achieve the truth or reality. You always, again and again, any method, any way, somehow you know how to escape from it. I've seen people do. No, whatever Swami is saying, all right, but for practical purpose. The moment you say but, yesterday I was having a discussion with one of our devotees. He heard everything I said, and then he's saying, but, I thought, the moment you say but, over. Over. Unless you are tired of being cunning, you can't be helped. No technique can help you. Be very clear. People come and tell me, Swamiji, whatever you say is right, but please make me do whatever you say. What do you mean? Should I have two, 3 people to continuously beat you and make you do or what? I tell them, you are a grown-up, mature person. Do it. One person came to me. And he was telling, Swamiji, I have the extramarital relationships. I said that you know it is wrong. He said, yes, I know it is wrong, and I am very clear that I am doing something wrong. I told him, then stop. He said, no, you only have to stop. I said, I stopped, I never had, only you are having. If I have, I can stop. You are only having. It is you who is supposed to decide. I told him, what do you mean by I should stop? You mean that I should take your car key and not allow you to go there? What do you mean by I should stop? It is such a cunningness. And he told me, no, I surrendered me to you. You should take care. I told him, this is a nice story. Then I told him, then don't eat. You told that you have surrendered everything to me, then stop eating. He said, what are you telling? You only told me you surrendered everything. Then just do whatever I say, don't move from here, sit. That he is not ready to do. You see, it's like a selective surrender. Very funny game. It's like a very clearly knowing that we are cunning and using some of these philosophies to support the cunningness. I tell you, just if you bring the honesty to your being, that's enough. Nothing else is required. Ramakrishna says, Saralatva, the simplicity, nothing else is required. I told him, I am not even saying your relationship is right or wrong. You only came and said. If you are very clear that it is nothing wrong, then perfectly all right, you do. If you are very clear, if it is something wrong, then drop it. But having the idea it is not right and telling that I am supposed to be responsible is cunningness. It's a very funny thing. See, I asked him, either you should be very clear that you are not doing anything wrong. Then there is no, I am not here to judge you. Who am I to judge? Your life, who am I to interfere? When it is okay with you and the other person, who am I to come in between? No, I am not peeping Tom. I am not going to interfere in your life. But if you say, you feel it is wrong, then now I have a little intelligence. Just be a little more intelligent, nothing else. Just be a little more clear, nothing else. But we are trained to be cunning. Mind is nothing but cunningness. The person who can't think straight, who can't act straight, he suffers in his life. Let me tell you a beautiful story. Story of a great enlightened being. How dedicated he was to the idea which he believed as truth. Understand? I am not even saying the idea which you believe should be right or wrong. There is nobody to judge the idea which you believe is right or wrong. How much you are dedicated to the idea is the main thing. How much you are dedicated to that idea is the main thing. One more thing, your dedication itself will be so powerful that will purify the idea which you are carrying, if at all there is some corruption in it. If at all there is some missing part in it. Your desire is powerful enough to lead you to the goal. Your dedication is powerful enough to lead you to enlightenment. This great master, this guy, he lived near my native place. He was a king of a small area. In his life, he has taken a vow that he will not hurt any Shiva's devotees. I dedicate my life to Shiva and Shiva's devotees. I will not hurt anybody who wears all these symbols of Shiva, Rudraksha and this Bhasma, the ash and all those things. Whoever comes wearing all these things, he will give them food and take care of them. So all the beggars in the city, overnight conversion. They know that they will get food. But the beauty of all these things is, after wearing all these things, you can't do anything wrong in the public. People will catch you. No, that is true. It's like you are practically arrested for a whole day. You can't do anything wrong, at least in the public. You can't be open criminal. Even if you do something wrong, you can do only secretly. You can't do it publicly. So it's a big bargain, you see. You just give him food, and whole day he decides that he will not do anything wrong. It's a big bargain. Even socially, that is why in India we created a system of the sannyasis. We are not afraid of homeless people. I was surprised here when we drive in the car, if a homeless person comes near and stands and asks for $1, people raise their windows. They say, no, Swamiji, don't give. You don't know. They may be having weapons. People are afraid of homeless people. But in India, either we give or we are not, we don't care. That's all. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. The fear does not exist. Homeless means not criminals. In India, when they take up the role of a sadhu, sannyasi, they are given everything. All the basic needs are fulfilled, and they also decide that we will not be anti-social elements. We will support if at all we can, otherwise we will keep quiet and eat and sleep. Anyhow, this king has decided, whoever comes with these symbols, we will respect. And the whole city came to know. The whole city, all beggars, overnight conversion. All of them have become Shiva Bhaktas. After a few years, his enemy thought, I should kill this guy. If I go in any other way, this guy will catch. They will kill me. If I go with all this Rudraksha and all this Bhasma, like a Shiva Bhakta, he will not kill me. And let me see his dedication for his ideology. The story says, it is not even story, it is a history. It happened. The guy came, the enemy came with all that dress of a devotee and asked the king that I should speak to you alone. I want to teach you something. King said, sure. He told all the assistants, guardians to leave, security to leave. Then he stabbed, put the knife on the king's stomach. The king was about to die. He called the security and told, see that he is taken care and nobody punishes him. Escort him till our territory is over, because people may kill him, people may disturb him. He is wearing all these things of Shiva, means he is wearing all the things related to Shiva, the Bhasma and Rudraksha. As long as he wears all these things, it's my vow to respect. So see that he is respected inside our territory. So escort him till our territory. See, understand? He is dying. He is dying. And he understood it's his enemy. But dedication to the ideology. Understand? At least 1,000 kings ruled that province, that territory. His name is still alive. All South Indian Hindu temples will have his statue. Still they have his statue. He is one of the 63 great Saiva saints. all South Indian temple. No other king would have had so many statues. Still his murtis are there. People worship him, remember him. The day he was killed, still they remember him. Big celebration means the puja and offerings are conducted. Just to understand and give respect to his commitment to the ideology, his commitment to the truth. Understand, you are also going to die and I am also going to die. All of us are going to die. But a person who is committed to one ideology dies gracefully. Even if he dies, he lives forever. He lives forever. Still we remember him. I remembered him. That's why I am able to tell this story. There are so many other kings. It's not that they have not died. They all have died, but nobody is remembered. He is remembered. Understand, having the clarity, putting the ideology as the main theme of the life, giving respect to the ideology much more than your fear or death. If the ideology or the honesty penetrates your being more than your fear or greed, more than your life, your greed for life, then the truth will start descending on you. You are ready for the truth. People talk all nonsense. I have seen people coming and trying to argue with me. Some big words. In initial itself I stop them. You are wasting your time. Just I stop them. Two things. Either you know or you don't know. People come and try to ask me big question. And I tell them, you see, let us have the first clarity. If you think you know, I am ready to listen. Please teach me. Or if you think you don't know, then listen. I'll teach you. But you can't say you know something and you want me to add something more on that. No. That is just foolishness. Either you know completely or you don't know completely. Be very clear about the truth. No, I know something, but I want you to teach a little more. Or just trying to show that I know. That's where the problem starts. Then nothing can be done. Nobody can help you. I always avoid this kind of arguments or this kind of talk. The problem is, always this kind of talk will lead to very bitter experience. Because these guys have decided very clearly that there are few things which they know. Or they want to prove, at least in the group, that they don't want to tell that they don't know. Now what to do? And if you take the truth core to the, if you take the step by step deeper and deeper, they will lose their grounds. Now either they have to show that they are ignorant, or they have to use some violent word to protect them. That's where it will end. Some sharp word. I always tell people, this kind of arguments will end in bitter experience. Please let us not entertain. The difficulty is, honesty to the ideology does not exist. We have too many big words, theories, but never true to the core, true to what we know. Never the truth has become such an important thing in our life. Go on and on and on, read something here and there, and just entertain yourself. See, if you are just reading some books, it can be good entertainment, but not to enlightenment. Entertainment is different from enlightenment. Just because you are entertained with some good books or some intellectual books, don't think you are enlightened. Understand, these books which helps you to sharpen your logic or gives you more and more words, they give you a sort of a pseudo satisfaction that you know. That is where the problem starts. They give you the pseudo satisfaction that you know. No. See, with this king, this great devotee, just one ideology. I will be devoted to Shiva's devotees. He might have died. Of course, the story says, because he was cool and calm and integrated, even at the time of death, he achieved enlightenment, and the Shiva appeared and gave darshan and liberated him. Whether Shiva appeared or not, I don't know. I can be sure that he would have achieved enlightenment. For his integrity, so calm, integrated, even during the death, he is enlightened and nothing else is required. That is the ultimate. In Ramana Maharshi's life, there is a beautiful incident. First time when he heard from his relative, one uncle, the word Arunachala. He did not even know Arunachala is some place, there is a hill and all those things. Just that word, he says, just that word is enough. Very clearly I know that I am connected to it, that's all. Sometimes just a word, that click happens. Here Shiva is throwing all possible words so that as much clicks as possible let it happen. He is using all possible things. Whoever feels connected to whatever thing, let them feel connected. I am also talking on all these techniques. If you suddenly feel connected to one technique, then start playing with it, start doing it. Many people came and told me, Swamiji, I felt very deeply connected to the technique of anger. Day before yesterday's technique. A day before yesterday, what we are speaking, I felt really connected to that technique, Swamiji, because that is an everyday problem for you. That's everyday problem. Understand one more thing, that technique is not given for anger management. Anger management happens as a side effect. What we do, usually when anger comes, we just put our attention on the energy instead of putting our energy on the other person, and we see in a few minutes anger disappears, because when you don't visualize the person's face again and again inside your mind, inner space, the anger will not be there. The anger will disappear. Immediately we think, oh, now anger has disappeared, why should I practice? Leave it. No. Then you will have anger again. You will have anger again. No. Even when you don't feel the anger, just try to find from where that emotion came. What was the source? And go into the source. Till you achieve the source, do not leave the technique. Do not use the technique just for anger management. If you are using the technique just for anger management, it's like using a diamond just to cut your brinjal. You got a beautiful diamond and all you do is you cut your brinjal and potato in the morning. Do not use meditation techniques just for stress management. It is not just for stress management. It has got far more greater utility and truth behind it. Stress management is one side effect. The big problem in the West, yoga has been reduced to just an exercise. Yoga has been not just used, abused. That's the right word I have to use. Abused. I always tell people, do not learn from unenlightened sources. Learn, even if you take little time, because enlightened masters will always be, they will respect that method, they will respect the tradition, they will respect that reproduction method. They will not give you in 1 week teacher training certificate. No. I have done 5 teacher training, still I have not certified anybody. Still I am telling them, no, I have one more training. For our 2-day workshop, 5 teachers training we did. Still I am telling, no, read little more. Reproduce authentically the words. Because more experience oriented, not just certificate oriented. I was surprised when this, I was really surprised that just 100 hours training and you can become a teacher. And what these guys will do? Yoga is reduced just to physical exercise, and meditation is reduced just as a mental exercise. No. One utility of yoga is health, but not health alone. Ramana Maharshi says, just that one word, I felt so deeply connected. I know I am connected to it. Same way, Shiva is using all possible words, all possible techniques, so that you may feel connected to someone. Some one word, one technique, you may suddenly feel connected. One more thing, you are not 100% cunning. Even in cunningness, you are not 100% true. That is the problem. So there is some part where you are innocent. He is trying to touch that part by throwing so many words. You see, cunningness means not complete. That's the meaning of the cunningness. If you are complete in any one ideology, you will be innocent. Because you are not complete, that's why you are cunning. It means you are not cunning even 100%. Even in that, there is a patch of innocence in you. Shiva is trying to touch that patch. At some point, you are tired. By evening, you are tired of your cunningness. And you want to be innocent. See, sitting with kids and playing is nothing but your thirst, your quest to be innocent. Why do you feel so happy?
On 23rd March 2012, the Supreme Court of Hinduism conducted a question and answer session, answering the question of each and everyone who were attending that day's presidential address. Swamiji explained that the whole thought process of not being centered on ourselves, but being centered on others is tyaga, sacrifice. Swamiji encouraged everyone to constantly remember that our body is a temple of consciousness, and that we should continuously live with this awareness. On 23rd March 2013, the Supreme Court of Hinduism conducted the Day 11 of the Indian Awakening Convention. And during that day's presidential address, Swamiji expanded on the Katha Upanishads chapter 2, 6 was the blind leading the blind. He observed that when disciples comment to each other about him, they are only discussing their predictions of him, not the conscious perceptions. Disciples should learn to think and speak with authenticity and integrity. Then they'll be using the language of God, the Deva Bhasha. On 23rd March 2014, Swamiji conducted the Day 18 of Indian Awakening Convention at Haridwar, Uttarakhand, India. During that day's presidential address, Nithyananda Swamiji explained the science of rewriting our future is the proven way to get what we want in life. We basically need to understand why and how and when we wrote our life as we experience it now. Once we make those connections, understanding that we wrote it, not somebody else, we can complete with the past story. Now we are ready to move on to writing the story of our grand, fulfilling future. On 23rd March 2015, the Supreme Court of Hinduism continued on the Living Advaita series and the revelations from the Ishavas Upanishads. In verse 7, Yasmin Sarvani Bhutani Atmaiva Bhut Vichanatha Tatra Komo Hakashoka Ekatkamanupashyataha. Swamiji continued expanding on the love current of Mahadeva from the verse 7 of the Ishavasya Upanishad. It is a jump-start method to reach the experience and also the utility to apply the experience of Ekottam or oneness in our life. It is a love that makes us experience oneness immediately and makes us live oneness, Advaita. On 23rd March 2016, the Supreme Council of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam presided over the holy celebrations that took place in Adi Kailasa, Bengaluru. Below are some of the pictures taken during the holy celebrations. The Supreme Council of Hinduism was invited to the Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva temple and celebrations began after the arrival of Supreme Council of Hindus. On 23rd March 2018, Supreme Council of Hinduism revealed that Tyaga is a catalyst for the realization of the conscious truth. From the expanded on the physics of Guru-disciple relationship. And on this day, the Nityananda Yoga teachers, training and delegates were engaged by a Sanskrit lesson with the priests of the Nityanandesh Dasha Devasthan. On the other side, the Omanadinam devotees offered puja and prasada on the occasion of Chaitra Nakshatra, Chaitra Navaratri to receive the blessings of Devi and Supreme Power of Hinduism.
Yaha passes multiple things because it is not ingredient, it's a catalyst.
I tell you, only a man who has a guts to play with the unknown can really love. Only they can love and they can receive love, they can radiate.
Upcoming program.
On 23rd March 2020, the Supreme Power of Hinduism, after the great second fast, started radiating Paramashiva through his physical body. During this period of the great fast, Swami delivered extraordinary powerful messages and initiations every day. And today, during that day's public talk Nityananda Satsang, Paramashiva revealed that although human beings are not ready to receive him, humanity planet needs him. Out of compassion, Swami decided to manifest Paramashiva decided to manifest using the body, muscle memory, and biomemory, bioenergy of Supreme Father of Hinduism, and nullify the collective negativity on the planet. Paramashiva declares that in the future, Equator will serve as the Karma Bhumi, the land where the conscious alchemic process will happen on a large scale. He further revealed that Supreme Father of Hinduism has long been giving the direct message from Paramashiva for initiates to internalize. And now Paramashiva himself is here as Mahakalapairava to liberate initiates from the lower states of consciousness. On 23rd March 2021, the Supreme Founder of Hinduism delivered the most auspicious Mahakalapairava Bhava Samadhi darshan. Let us now understand what is Kala. Kala is the dimension of the universe in which the vibration component, the Parashakti component of Paramashiva is manifesting. Just zoom out, see the space where Big Bang and black holes are happening. Simultaneously, billions of planets, suns, moons, stars moving, taking birth, living for millions of years, and disappearing simultaneously. That space is Kala. Mahakalabhara is a lot of time and space, has a lot of time and integrity. He holds the key to cosmic archives, the Akashic records, which contains past, present, and future. With this, now let's get ready to receive the darshan of the Parashakti, the Supreme Pandu of Hindus. We'll now be entering into the meditation. I request everyone to sit with your eyes closed as we enter into the meditation to receive the grace and blessings of Supreme Pandu of Hindus.